Good morning, everyone, and welcome to A Day in My Life. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mare, and today is the first day of my PGY1 acute care pharmacy residency. And so I thought I'd show you what my morning looked like and then take you along on the rest of my day. I am here now. I am about 30 minutes early because I am that type of person, and I am parked in a great spot. I know exactly where I need to be, and I just couldn't be more excited to see not only my old friends, but also see some new friends, get to meet new people, and just get this whole journey started. I have been waiting for this for so long, and I feel so lucky to be here. And definitely stick around if you want to see what the first day of my residency looks like and kind of what we talk about, what are some of the things they go over with us. So I know we have a COVID screen today. We have a couple of other meetings just to find out some things about logistics and workflow and kind of what we'll be up to this year. So I'm very much looking forward to that. For the time being, I'm just in my car enjoying a little bit of coffee, La Colombe oat milk, 20 out of 10 would recommend. And I'm kind of just waiting a little bit before I go outside and walk to the building. So happy first day of residency, everybody. Back for my first day, and I brought treats. It was honestly such an amazing day, and I was like, I want to do something for myself, and so I did this. I got Gunther's ice cream, which if you're ever in the Sacramento area, highly recommend, especially because it's so hot out today and we were walking around for most of it. And what they do there is a 50-50. I mean, they do regular ice cream. They also do like shaved ice or fruit freezes, or what they're called. And so the 50-50 is a scoop of fruit freeze on the top and on the bottom with your choice of ice cream in the middle. So I go for classic vanilla in the middle, and then today I got mango on top and guava on the bottom. So very excited to dig into this. But first, I want to tell you all about my first day today because I'm absolutely obsessed with this place, and I think that this is going to be a really amazing year. So please ignore the Gunther's that's half eaten because I was on the phone with my mom because I called her in the middle of this and basically ate my way through it, and I'm not mad about it. But for right now, we're going to talk about what today was like. So as I mentioned a billion times already in this video, today was the first day of my residency. So this was my first time meeting any of the other residents I'll be working with. My program has both PGY1s as well as PGY2s. And so PGY1s are just post-grad year ones, meaning we just graduated pharmacy school, or for those who are applying again, this might be their first step outside of pharmacy school for residency training. And then PGY2s are those who are coming from PGY1 programs, either within this institution itself or from other places, but we won't meet them until July. So this morning, once I got out of my car, I walked in and got my first COVID swab done. So it was the saliva test. Pretty straightforward, just had to spit inside of the little test tube, which I was low-key worried I was not gonna be able to make enough spit. I don't know, it's a small tube, like don't get me wrong, but I was like, I'm severely dehydrated as an individual, so this probably wasn't like my cup of tea, but we made it through. And then after that, I met up with all of the other residents, and they started just going through and getting their swabs done. And after that, we ended up walking to the hospital across the street and having our kind of just big introductions. We met a lot of the leaders in pharmacy, which was really cool, kind of to put some faces to names and whatnot. And that went on for a little while. Of course, had like an icebreaker, which I thought was a really unique one that they did, which was asking kind of the origin or the meaning behind our name. And so it was really cool getting to hear some of people's stories. And I know some of my co-residents from before residency, and so kind of hearing like the story behind their name was awesome, as well as kind of getting to know everyone else through that icebreaker was really cool. We had a lot of opportunities to like talk to one another, which I thought was really nice because it allowed for like more one-on-one interaction, kind of small groups. There was Panera and coffee, so like some pastries and whatnot. So that was really awesome as well. It was definitely my second coffee in like the span of 3 hours, but like, it's fine, I'm fine. It was, honestly, it was a really great thing to just have like a little treat at that time. And after we had a little bit of an introduction, the orientation chairs kind of showed us what the whole week would look like. They created an Excel sheet that gave us each an individualized agenda. And on top of that, a checklist of all the things we would need over the course of the year. So things we would need access to, resources to download. And I thought that was great because it allowed us the opportunity to kind of have that in a central place. Because oftentimes when you start somewhere new, there are all of these different things that you need access to or you don't know about, or that could be helpful to you. And having that up front definitely helps to mitigate a lot of issues. After that, we went on a walking tour, so not really inside of the hospital so much as throughout the entire campus. So we got to see some of the other buildings, both on the outpatient and inpatient side, and we ended up getting our badges. So I'll definitely insert a picture of it here. And I am so excited. It was awesome to be able to be back now as a resident and take a photo. And as you can see on the previous picture, the title of pharmacy resident, it feels really, really good. I know I'm not licensed yet, but I'm really excited for the opportunity to really be able to use it to its fullest limits. So it was awesome getting a badge today. We then walked into the hospital again. We were able to grab our lunches. They were really nice and let us use the fridge inside of the resident's office, which is super spacious, so many monitors set up, and I'm definitely looking forward to utilizing that in the future. From there, we went back to the original room we were at and kind of sat through a little bit more presentations about what to expect that afternoon, worked out some logistics about parking, and then we spent the latter part of the afternoon shadowing a resident. So we each got the opportunity to shadow a resident on the current rotation that they're on. And so I was paired up with not only one of my co-residents who I went to school with, but also one of the current PGY run residents. She was an AmCare resident currently on an inpatient pain consult service. So that was really cool to me because I have never done pain before. I've never really explored pain consult itself or really seen what it entails. But it's super cool because at this institution, it's completely pharmacist run, pharmacist led. They are the ones that go speak with the patient, do interviews with them. And like I mentioned, because it's a consult, they don't round, they just have patients referred to them. And so that was really awesome to be able to see not only the way that that department functions within the entirety of the hospital, but to see what the pharmacists do on a day-to-day basis. And so we met the pain pharmacist and they actually took us to 2 patient interviews. So got to see patients on my first day, which felt really good, kind of just to get back into it. Not to mention talking about certain drugs and things like that. I realized I have learned so much over the last couple of weeks studying for the NAPLEX and the CPJE. So it's kind of cool seeing that I'm definitely retaining some things, which was promising. And so once we saw those 2 patients, we went back, debriefed, talked about what the pharmacist was going to write in their note, and then kind of what they were going to convey to the doctor about the plan moving forward. So that was awesome, and that led us into being able to work on figuring out a lot more of our admin stuff for the remainder of the afternoon. And so we just got access to Epic, since that's the electronic medical record that they use here. And then also just a lot of the other stuff that has to do with IT. Definitely had to call IT to get access to a bunch of things. So I feel like that's always the case on the first day for things. Like if there isn't a technical issue, was it really your first day? And so we kind of all regrouped. So all of the residents, past and current, or I guess, I don't know, there's like this overlap period. So just every resident that's already been there, that showed up for the first day today. And it was cool, just kind of talking and mingling and whatnot. And then came home and now I'm here. So we'll see what the rest of the night entails. I have like a loose idea of what I want to do for studying, but we'll see what happens. Hey y'all, so it's been many hours since we last spoke. I actually took a nap and showered and changed and whatnot, and just settled in for the night so that I could study. Finally got down to studying for the CPJE and really trying to better understand law. So that was fun in a sense, but it's almost 1 a.m. now and I just wanted to quickly wrap things up. Had a little bit of some food for dinner, which was great. Good to eat a little bit of something before I go to bed. But tomorrow is another early-ish start, not as early as today, but definitely looking forward to it. Want to be rested for it. So I just finished putting my dishes away out of the dishwasher and going to lay out an outfit for tomorrow morning so that I'm not running around and creating a hurricane in my room. So I hope that you all enjoy seeing what the first day of my residency was like. Definitely stick around if you ever want to see any more days. I definitely plan on doing this again, just so you can get a better idea of what I do on my rotations and kind of how things change. So definitely stick around, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.